What is going on, people? This is Elder Tenchi, and I am back for another TMNT Rant Rave review for this week's episode entitled The Insecta Trifecta. So it starts out with Baxter Stockman checking up on the Shredder. The Shredder is getting very anxious and very impatient from being bedridden for so long, and he's also realized that yes, he needs to take over the city again. His empire is fallen, and his henchmen are, well, to him, they're useless, and the only one that's reliable right now is the one that's taken the most care of him. It has been Baxter Stockman Fly. And Baxter, he takes that as a compliment. I would have taken that as a backhanded compliment. It was more of an insult. Like, you're the only useful one here. That's what it seemed like. So basically, Baxter's trying to figure out a way to have his own army of, bugs to help out the Shredder's cause, and at the same time replenish the Shredder's assets. So he decides to capture a random businessman. We never get to see his face. We only know that obviously he's a serious businessman and he's about to miss a meeting the next day because he gets mutated. Now, it has been stated that through this new vat of mutagen, Baxter can basically control the outcome of the mutagen and what the person turns into. So he combines a bunch of bug DNA and turns this random nameless businessman, into this huge mutated chimera of a bug. And he's also got this ant who doesn't really talk, but this giant ant that can multiply itself. I thought it was pretty cool and pretty creative. So they go out and they start robbing banks and they start doing what they do to replenish the Shredder's money. And on the flip side, you got the Turtles about to go out on patrol. Now, before that, they're eating some pizza and playing some video games. It's them, April, and Casey Jones playing what looks like a version of Double Dragon. When I saw that, I'm like, okay, throwback. That's pretty awesome. And while they're eating their dinner, Mikey comes with a whole stack of pizza boxes and with some large pizza pies, and he keeps 4 for himself, gives everyone else their own, and and him and Raphael have a small back and forth, and he's like, yeah, you're right, Raph, I'm being greedy. Gives him one extra slice. Cockroach lands on the slice, and instead of Raphael freaking out, he just flicks it off because he figures, hey, I've been on a planet full of bugs. There's really nothing that can surprise me anymore. So they go out on patrol. They decide to split up. Everybody takes a different barrel of New York, and Casey and Raphael go out and do their thing. They find Baxter Stockman and his hench bugs, and during this time, Raph has his freak out. His phobia comes back in full force, and he is stunned. He is stunned to the point where he's hallucinating, and so he just leaves. He just runs off terrified and leaves Casey Jones to get captured. Um, so so earlier in the episode, Raphael gets a little irritated when they mention the time that during the time that they were on that planet with the giant bugs, he got betrayed by Mona Lisa, which was later resolved, but at the same time, he, obviously misses Mona. So during his hallucination, he sees Mona getting captured by those bugs. He also sees Emperor Dreg. He sees the spy roach, and it all just comes flooding back to him to the point where he is just shell shocked. And so he goes to Splinter, and Splinter offers him help by giving him a lesson in meditation and this mantra to calm his mind. So this goes back to Raphael's fear. It's this whole episode is about fear, and the subplot is pretty much trying to find friends or forcing people to be your friends. It was kind of weird because with Baxter, I thought that he was eventually going to rebel against the Shredder and try to take over himself, but nah, he decided, hey, I'm loyal to the Shredder. I'm loyal to his cause. All I want is some people to command. All I want to do is be my own boss, but I'm still loyal to the Shredder. So I can respect that. It was crazy. It was crazy to see these mutants and everything. And when Raphael comes back to try and face his fear, we have a big fight in this building that's still under construction, and you have Karai getting captured because Baxter has already known that she's the one that's depleting a lot of the Shredder's cash flow, and so he goes off to capture her. It really is kind of funny yet kind of cool that now Karai is completely one of the gang now, and but unfortunately she had to get captured again. But it turns into a pretty cool fight. She's still looking for the Shredder because everybody knows she has a vendetta, personal vendetta, and it just turns into this really cool fight. And bring us back to the return of Turflidle. So also we see the return of one of Mikey's alter egos, Turflidle. It's during this time that we see that Donnie has invented these motorized and mechanical grappling hooks to help them get around faster. And I found that kind of cool. Apparently, he's been working at it before they even went to space. So yay, new toys! But these things were awesome. The visuals for the visual for the fight was very cool, very fun, and honestly, it resulted in very cool scenes involving these giant bugs, Turflidle, and the rest of the gang. I see April got in some action. Karai and April make a very good combo team, and the overall episode was pretty good. It was pretty solid. At first, it felt like filler until this episode. What do you think of Shredder's recovery time? How do you think that's going? What do you think of this new gear that the Turtles have, and what do you think of this episode as a whole? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. For more news, reviews, and fun stuff on my channel, please subscribe, follow me on social media, Twitter and Facebook, and I will see you on the next video. Peace, love, and never be normal.